Hello guys, it is Demnark here, and I guess people liked the last Q&A I did, so fuck it, I'm doing another one. And we've got a new batch of questions, and joining me is my friend here, slowly rotating fan. Anywho, uh, start us off on the first couple of questions. I'm going to quickly turn off the really black theme, because yeah, we have black names in this joint, and I'd quite like to see. This looks strangely bright after having my screen just be solid black for so long. That's weird. Anywho, question 1. Your boy Dr. Pepper, you happy that your boy Flint got buff? Okay, so I randomly noticed that some of my audio kind of decided to die for some reason, and I guess it just wouldn't record. As I was saying, uh, Flint got buffed in a recent Amity Arena patch, and I usually use him for clearing out swarms, and now he's better at doing that. And he also kills Launcher Nora, which is annoying in several ways. So yeah, I am pretty happy with it. Are you into CBT? No. Is Enabler funny? No. Do you remember how our relationship of you harassing me started? Kind of. It was a while back. It was a long time ago. It was whenever that Creeper Aw Man song was really popular. I never liked it. Did not like the song. And I believe Deathmatch went into a VC and just sang the entire thing. And so I said, fuck it. I'm gonna make fun of you now for that. I'm just gonna start making fun of you for everything and not stop. And I proceeded to not stop. I've been doing this for about a year. Tom Honks. Can I explain how the roles in this server work? There's like 50 of them, and I don't know what half of them mean. Fair point. Alright, at the top, Storm Champion. That's our cosmetic role. We have a few of those for all of our Amity-related tournament ones. That's Navano's idea. Mistress of the Storm. This goes to Deathmatch and to Navano, because Navano kind of, like, is in charge of all of the Storm Academies in Amity Arena, and Deathmatch is in charge of all of the ones in Azur Lane. You still can't tell me what to do whenever it comes to Firestorm, though, because fuck them. Council. Okay, the Council and the Mistress of the Storm roles, those 4 people, me, Sangre, Deathmatch, and Navano, we all decide what happens with the Storm at large. Like, we are top dog. Top dogs. Administration. This kind of became the Mistress of the Storm role for people who don't have as much clout and just run smaller things. I think this goes to the guy who did the first Call of Duty mobile guild that we have. I don't know why that exists. Inferno Champion, that's another tournament role. Photographic Eye. We had a little photography contest a while back. And, yeah, nice little role. Maelstrom Champion, Tornado Champion, Mythos Champion, Blizzard Champion, Majesty Champion. More cosmetic roles just for people who want a championship at some point, or an Amity Arena tournament. I don't know why we have so many of these. Ivano did that, like, oh, you get a custom color thing, but it just makes our list of roles much longer. Bestest Dum Dum. This goes to, like, one specific guy in the server. I don't know why. I think it might just be cosmetic. Artistic Visionary, Command Performance, Comedy Genius. Those are, we had an art contest at one point. Might have had a singing contest. I think we had a really bad joke telling contest. Okay, while I was editing this, I'm pretty sure I remembered. I think this was actually a contest to just see who could find the best meme. Those are just all cosmetic roles. Vital Champion, another tournament role. Headmaster, that's for the people who run Amity Arena Academies. Basically, the only one who has it that isn't on the council is Recon, who took over for Sandstorm after Deathmatch left it. Master, it's just the headmaster role, but for Azur Lane. AA Admin, it's the people who are kind of important in Amity Arena, but just not as important as the people who, actually do the work in the server. AL, Azur Lane Admin. Same fucking thing. Call of Duty Admin. Same fucking thing. Personality. This goes for anybody who's involved in the YouTube channel. I think it's just the council members. I got Dr. Pepper, and this, it's like Sarah Lynn Plays Games. I don't know why she has it, but she has it. I think she's a lesbian. I've never spoken much to her at all, so I don't know much about her. Philosopher. We do the daily questions. We're in charge of asking a question each day. One of us, there's like 7 of us, and we all ask a question. Although I think the guy that does Monday just gives out a random fun fact. Tournament caster. They cast tournaments for, they cast Amity Arena tournaments. That's the word. I know what I'm talking about, I swear. Philanthropist. That's for people who boost the server. That way the server gets little perks. I don't think it does anything. I think it can add emojis for the server to use, but that's about it. Suspended. That's for people who did some shit and need to sit down and shut the fuck up for a day or so. All bot rolls. Snowstorm, ice storm, sandstorm, windstorm, rainstorm, firestorm, storm. These are all just for mostly just record keeping, seeing who's in where. These are for the different storms. The first 6, 5, 6, those are all for Amity Arena. The next 4 are for Azur Lane, and the next 2 are for Call of Duty, I think. Also Storm. Oh yeah, we also... Sangre did started a thing in a game called Ulala, I think? I don't know anything about it, and I don't particularly care, so we have a Storm there too. Maelstrom contestant, Storm contestant, Blizzard contestant. Those are just for us to let... those are just roles that exist so that we can ping people who are in tournaments. Honor student. Once you talk enough in the server, you get a little role to signify that you talk more than other people. I think it's got some perks, but it's really nothing, like, really major. Player. This is just anybody who plays any of the games that we have. Retiree. Those are people who used to be admin. I think it's this Drayden guy who started Snowstorm back in the day and then gave it to Navano. And then Navano proceeded to expand until we are what we are today. After over a year. So he gets retiree. It's just for people that aren't admin anymore. Sage. I have no clue why the fuck this role exists. Ambassador. This is mostly for our Amity Arena stuff. Because we have some people who are in other Amity Arena academies, guilds or whatever. And Navano organizes stuff. I don't take much of an interest in it because I'm not really the competitive tournament type. I know Dr. Pepper is, so he probably knows more about it than I do. Guest. People who don't play our games. We have a lot of them. Amity, Azur, Lane, Call of Duty, Minecraft, Ulala. Those are all for different games. That way we know who does what, and that way people who do play the games can access them. Storm bots. It's just for grouping all the bots. D&D DM. They're DMs for they're dungeon masters for Dungeons and Dragons. Head Scholar. That was back whenever I did fanfic readings. I should probably do more of those. I'm gonna start fresh if I do. But yeah, that was for me, so that way I could mute people who kept talking while I was trying to read. Really do want to read more, but I might pass the role to someone else. Hentai Police. I've also got that one. I make sure that basically everybody in the not safe for work section is above 18. D&D player, they play D&D. Scholar, they listen to fanfics. Gamer. Okay, so gamer is actually an older role. It was back whenever we only did Azurlane, or we didn't do Azurlane. It was back when we only did Amity. There were still people who wanted to play other games. We just had a role that you could ping if you wanted to find a group for something. Q with the D. This is for people who want to be notified whenever we do a question of the day. Tabletopper. I think this is similar to D&D roles. I think a couple of guys play Tabletop Simulator. I don't personally, but it's whatever. Chaotic. Probably gonna get rid of that one soon. I did set up a thing where, like, the rules were a bit looser. You could say a lot more stuff without having to be censored. Like, you can't go incredibly crazy with it, but you say random shit. Connoisseur, for people in our not safe for work section, because they're the connoisseurs of that fine hentai. Watch party. A couple of guys started watching anime like every Monday or so. So that's for that. Rhetorician. Well, I don't know why that exists. I hope that answers your question, because if that doesn't, maybe somebody who's better at words can. Why won't you give me your dogs, you fuck? I don't have any dogs. My family has dogs. I do not have dogs. I don't like them. Yuri or Yowie? Yuri. I'm not a savage or gay. What is your best pickup line? Since you're a ladies' man. Ugh. Okay, then, I don't use pickup lines. First off, because there is no one simple way to just get women. Because, they're all unique individuals, and you can't just treat them all like they're the exact same by using some cheesy line. Second, they never work. Like, maybe you have joke-telling prowess and she finds it funny, but you can't just get an entire relationship off of one joke. And third, I wouldn't tell you if I had a pickup line that worked a lot of the time, because fuck you. Thighs? Yes. Like, nice pair of feminine thighs. Nice. Good shit. Do you still have that Jesus costume? Yeah, I totally dressed up as Jesus for last Halloween. And yes, I do in fact still have the costume and the sash. Would you do a vid of memes? For example, do rhyme? Do rim? Do rime? Do host? Or funny, stupid, best moments in the server or something like that. I mean, maybe, if enough people wanted it. Hey, like 20 people who will actually watch this. I don't know, tell me in the comments if you want me to do something like that. Also, what the fuck is do rim? Do rhyme? What the fuck does that mean? Are you a butt man or a boob man? Okay, I answered this in the last Q&A. Not only did I answer it in the last Q&A, it was the fucking thumbnail. Fingers in his ass? Okay, this is a reference to what was clearly a joke song that me and Nirvana were in a voice chat at one point, just trading really dumb songs back and forth. And he put on a song called Fingers in His Ass, which is about Kanye West liking fingers up his asshole. And so, I played it for Deathmatch, and he really, really, really didn't like it. So I used that to torture him for a few months. And then it stopped working, and he decided to spend at least an entire day listening to a different song, so I used that instead. Do you ever wonder why we're here? I don't know, man. I don't know. Are we all part of some strange cosmic coincidence? Or do we really have a purpose? Is there really a God? I don't know, man.
Why are we standing in the sun when we could be in the shade?
Shut the fuck up, child. How was your day? I mean, yesterday was pretty good. It's like almost 2 a.m., so my day's been doing this. Favorite song? Depends on the genre. I like a lot of different genres. I do like some really like hard rock punk, even some metal. Maybe that's why I never liked the soundtrack to Furby, because it's supposed to be hard rocking music, but I listen to much harder stuff. So it just kind of comes off as kind of bland and generic and boring. Anywho, whenever I was really little, the first song that I remember being my favorite was Bad Habit by The Offspring. And recently I found that song again, and it is still really, really good, so I'll go with that. Are apples melons? No, really. Google it. One moment. Melon, apple. The melon apple, also called the watermelon or Norton's melon, is a partly red dessert apple in season from autumn through early winter. Its quality is excellent, but it does not keep well into late winter. So I guess yes? They are? That was very confusing. Fuck, did I do that out of order? Would you rather have a micropenis that grows to like an uncomfortable 1 foot or a perpetually limp 2-footer? Okay. I think I'd rather have the world's most extreme example of a grower instead of being bigger than a horse, but I've also got erectile dysfunction, so it's basically useless. What's in my browser history? The phrase "are apples melons," apparently. Small peewee or long slong? It's long. Would you rather have arms for legs or legs for arms? Well, it depends. If I'm replacing my arms, do I still have the hands at the end? Because you didn't say anything about hands or feet. If I traded my legs for arms, does that mean I still have the feet at the end? Because you didn't say anything about that. You gotta be more specific. This is not nearly specific enough. You're doing it wrong. This guy, I don't think I've ever seen this guy do anything. What would your perfect day be like? Well, I wake up, I eat something that's probably not terribly healthy for me. I just binge a game, binge YouTube, hope that I can make it past a level in one of the several emulated really hard games that I've got. Sleep. Very boring day where just nobody bothers me. Sounds lovely. Are you accepting stupid questions like this one? Yes. Okay, now the real one. How would your perfect video game look like? Well, it'd have to be a platformer. It would have to have, like, wall running and wall jumping, kind of like Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment. Probably have roguelike elements. Maybe a sense of fast travel. Not fast travel, maybe a sense of bullet time. Bleh. Maybe a sense of bullet time, something like that, kind of like Katana Zero. Nice pixel art like Katana Zero. A really good story. I guess my perfect game would be Katana Zero. It could only be better if I could also do the triple sword slash like Zero from the Mega Man series. So I guess Katana Zero, but with Zero for Mega Man. What type of video games do you like? Examples, visual novels, first-person shooters, platformers. I like platformers. I like top-down roguelikes. I like... Not really big on first-person shooters. I'm not really big on visual novels. I get the appeal of them, maybe, because interactable story taken to its most basic form. I get the porn ones, because very few obstacles between you and titties. Are traps gay? Yes, very. For people who don't know, a trap is a dude trying to look like a chick to attract dudes. And due to the fact that they are trying to attract dudes, this means that they are attracted to dudes. Thus, they're gay. In context to the question above, how do you feel about the fact that I am currently trapping someone and it's working? You are very gay. If I were a snake, how long would I want to be? What? That is an interesting question. Roughly 0.8 to 1.8 meters, or in American, about 1 to 3 feet. 3 to 6 feet. 0.8 to 1.8 meters, or 3 to 6 feet long. Because that means I'm a rattlesnake. And yeehaw. Who did Big Iron better? Cash or Robbins? Well, Cash's rendition of Big Iron, I'm assuming it happened more towards the end of his life whenever he was older, because it gives more of the feeling like it's an old song passed down through generations about a fight that happened long ago, and it's a lot more sorrowful than the original, which Johnny Cash, I think, did a lot of at the time he was recording those songs, due to probably age and dwindling relevance. Rest in peace, Johnny Cash. And Marty Robbins is more like it was a more recent battle, if not it's a story that's currently happening. And it's generally more upbeat and cheerful, and I do like the upbeat and cheerful things, so I'm gonna have to go with Marty Robbins. Yes. Why though? Why not? Anywho, that's all for this round of Q&A. I hope you liked it, because, well, if you didn't like it, then why the fuck did I do this? I do have a series coming up. I'm kind of proud of it. It's gonna be a combination of a walkthrough of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and kind of like, a Machinima joke series. Kind of like Red vs. Blue, or Final Fantasy VII Machine Abridged by Team 4-Star. I'm really excited about it. I just need to... I might have some lines. I do have lines, so I could probably go with it now, but I might check other people to see if I could get better voices and better lines. And then I've got to edit it all together, and then I'm going to need to do some lines myself. I am very excited about this, but it looks like it's going to take a bit. So I guess it's whatever. Once again, I'm Demnark. You now know more about me than you probably wanted to. And if you do, why did you click on the video? Goodbye, I have nothing more to say to you. As for the rest of you, you look good. I'm gonna go now, because I've got to edit this, but just know that you look good.